SBF's judge just revoked bail, and it does look like Sam Bankman-Fried might be heading to jail after revoking the bail. And will he get a letter from Caroline in the mail? This is Around the Blockchain. Thank you for joining, everybody. This is breaking news, so please hit that like button if you like the breaking news, because we got some fantastic guests. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. First, we have Miggy Crypto. Look out for those fake Miggies. They're out there floating around. But Miggy, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. I'm happy to be here and always glad to talk about Bitcoin and what's going on in the crypto world.
All right. I can't tell if your shirt's for a band or a blockchain game.
It's for a blockchain game, an MMORPG that's in the works.
All right. Shout out to Altera team. All right. Hope they're building something. Hopefully it's not a rug. All right. Also on today, we have Marta coming straight from the Martaverse. Marta, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I hope you have no problem recognizing what's on my shirt.
Yeah. That's the B from Bed Bath & Beyond. Great logo. We love Bed Bath & Beyond. Now it stands for bankrupt. Also on today, we have Crypto Blood in the red square, where he likes to be.
In the red square.
Crypto Blood, how are you doing today?
I'm awesome, bro. Thanks for having me on, DZ. Let's get it.
Always a good time. All right, well, let's just cover the SBF thing first. We might skip a topic or two because, guys, this is breaking. Just happened about an hour before we went live. We're just going to read from Mario Nawfal's Twitter account. Say what you will about him. You know, he does have a lot of breaking news. So a lot of moving pieces. We want to make sure we get everything right. But he's being incarcerated for tampering with at least 2 witnesses. Will be in jail prior to his October trial, facing a range of fraud and conspiracy charges. He may have access to a laptop with an internet connection. The judge determined there's probable cause to believe he has attempted to tamper with witnesses at least twice, and also primarily concerned about the possibility of his detention at the MDC, which isn't considered a 5-star facility. However, I recognize he might have a dedicated laptop there. Also, it appeared that he had a VPN on to watch a football game, in his words. But then it appeared, hey, he could have watched the football game from home. So the judge was quite upset about that. And then, boom, revoked the bail. SBF in handcuffs. We're going to read from here again. The lawyer asked for a written order so he can appeal the decision. The judge said it would be perverted overnight, then ordered him to be remanded. He was handcuffed and taken into custody. Let's actually look at him as he walked in. This is SBF with his mob lawyer. Looks like the no-neck guy. Oh, they're going to replay it in slow-mo, folks. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at him, slow-mo, moving in. Concentrating on Bronze League there. Possible prisons for SBF. He could be Metropolitan Detention Center or Putnam County Correctional Facility that is in Florida. He's not going to stay in any 5-star jail, as the judge said. He's looks like heading to MDC. But breaking news 16 minutes ago, SBF lawyers filed an appeal against the sending him to jail. So we're going to see how it goes. He was led off by U.S. Marshals. The FBI will be in charge of transferring him. I don't have any questions up. We don't have any facts up. This is breaking news. Crypto Blood, we're going to go to your first. What are your thoughts? Just, overall, what are your thoughts on the judge revoking his bail?
About damn time, man. This guy has been skipping out on going to jail. He's done so many things that a normal person in his shoes would not have the ability to do. So about time. I'm glad he's in jail or going to jail. From the article I read earlier, I didn't know we were going to talk about this, but I did see that he was actually handcuffed. He took off his blazer, socks, and all that, and he's getting ready to join the Orange Crew. So good for finally some justice in this judicial system.
Yeah, I saw the tweet that he already tried to appeal the decision. I said he didn't even have time to cook a ramen pack at that moment. He hadn't even bought his honey buns yet. Now, Marta, let's talk about one of the main reasons the judge revoked the bail. It looks like he shared Caroline's diary to New York Times reporters, invited them, showed them, the physical copy, trying to not think of Harry Potter right now with Ginny Weasley. But so he shared Caroline's diary. Is that reason enough to revoke his bail? Would you consider that witness tampering?
Gosh, I mean, look, I don't know what I consider is tempering or not. I'm not really an expert, but I think that guy definitely deserves to be where he is. I wouldn't be revoking anything at all. I wouldn't be revoking it from he's to stay in jail. He's Blood Crypto was just talking about. The privilege of the rich is real, and definitely this has to this is the right place for him to be, and keep him there, please.
All right, let's see the name here. Ultimate Maya with the $2 super chat. Throw him in Gen Pop, general population with all the normies. Throw him in with the normies. Keep him out of the DGen basement.
No CP, no CP.
All right. Miggy, how do you think he got Caroline's diary? It's still a weird story. You know, there's still some missing details, some missing puzzle pieces. How did he end up in possession of that, if you had to guess?
Man, according to how he had, their relationship going for a while, I wouldn't be surprised if she just inadvertently gave it to him, without knowing what he may or may not be doing with it. But also, I mean, he's got to be some kind of intelligent guy, Maybe it was online and he hacked it, or maybe he just snuck in her bedroom and it would lifted up the mattress and just pulled it out, But
oh my god!
Now we know that he had it and he used it. And now he's getting in trouble for it. So
just go ahead and pull it out. It was the favorite thing to be said at the polycule. Reading some chat here. A lot of people got comments on soap. I don't know why you keep bringing up soap. I don't know how that has anything to do with the story here.
What the hell?
Crypto Blood. How will SBF fare if he is going to be in, let's see, this correctional facility until October? Let's see, September, October. Can he handle 2 months?
No, I don't think it's going to be very good for him. But again, this is finally some justice, right? Again, just to reiterate, any other person would have been in jail already, and we know that it's because he's greased the palms of those Democrats that he's been out this long. So about time that we see some justice. I think he's going to, I saw someone say 25 years. I really, truly think he'll get about 20 years. He's only 30. So he can get out at 50 years old and live the rest of his life and do whatever he wants to do. So 20 years ain't too bad for a 30-year-old.
Marta, if he does 20 years, do you think he has a secret crypto stash with some Bitcoin? Is he going to come out, I don't want to say richer than ever, but is he going to come out with that secret Bitcoin?
I think, guys, he's definitely set for life, no matter which way it goes. But I hope that the system is going to be very fair here, and for once, justice will be honestly served. Just sick of hearing, about stories similar to this, where privileged people just basically get away with murder. So whether he's going to come out rich or not, by the time he comes out, hopefully it won't matter.
All right, and we got some other year predictions here. Someone's throwing out 5. We got Crypto Blood saying, maybe quarter century, maybe a couple decades. Miggy, how long do you think SBF is going to serve, if he serves?
Man, so I initially made a post when all this stuff was going down. I didn't think originally he was going to get any time. If he does get any time, he may get a longer sentence, but he won't serve it all. As we've seen with a lot of financial institutions, bankers, and stuff like that, when they're facing jail time, most of them don't actually go. They pay a bunch of money or do something for the government. And considering who he has on his side, people that he's worked with, he may not get very much time if he actually does.
All right, and let's throw up this picture.
Bernie Madoff did a whole lot of time, man. I'm sorry, I don't know.
That's true. Bernie Madoff was robbing the wrong people. When you rob the rich, you pay for it, but when you rob regular folks, you don't ever face any.
And SBF may have greased more palms than Bernie as well, though. So we also have that angle. Can we throw up that picture one more time? I want chat and maybe the guest too. What is SBF's prison name gonna be? I'm gonna go with Bronze
Afro
League
Man.
or Afro Man. We got Bronze League, Afro Man, Sammy Boy. Any suggestions, Miggy, Marta?
Chat. Afro Man in the Bay Area.
Right.
They're just gonna call him Baby Boo. I don't know, man. He's got a young face. So
I'll tell you what, if you drop some mixtape and that's the cover, I'm probably gonna buy it, folks. That's pretty hard. That is pretty hard right there. All right. Well, let's move on. We're gonna just kind of briefly cover the next couple topics. We needed to cover the SBF thing. There's also some other news that isn't as breaking here. SEC just delayed ARK Investments Bitcoin ETF. We're not going to go into the weeds too much, but we are going to go around the blockchain. I'm going to ask everybody the same question. So they applied a long time ago. Looks like SEC, they have a long time for public opinion. Then they get to wait on the opinion and essentially is getting pushed back. Now, Kathy Wood said she expected them to delay the decision, and the SEC ultimately approved several applications simultaneously. Everyone's waiting for the spot Bitcoin ETF. All right, the question, we're going to go around the blockchain. We want you at home to answer the question as well. Miggy Crypto, is this a conspiracy so BlackRock can be amongst the first Bitcoin ETFs?
I would say yes. I mean, if anybody remembers several years ago, the Winklevoss twins with Gemini, they were one of the first ones to actually apply for an ETF. And in their case, they were doing a lot of things the right way, and they got completely shut down. And so, as we know, BlackRock has their hands in a lot of pockets, and they work with a lot of shady companies and doing a lot of stuff in the background. So I don't see why not, man. This is a conspiracy that I will definitely be following for sure.
Marta, is this smelling like a conspiracy to you? Is this smelling like BlackRock has their fingers in this?
Maybe, but maybe I would like you guys to think about a different conspiracy here. How about BRICS? We know that they are already making waves and allowing transactions with crypto. So is this not a bit of a ploy here to stop it, to, cut off the cord on this end and not... Let's think about other conspiracies here. ETF, it's not only just internal. I think you have to think about global impacts as well that it's going to have, and maybe this has some sort of
international intrigue. Okay, maybe not just an American intrigue, maybe some international intrigue. All right, breaking viewpoint from the Martaverse. That's why we like to go international every now and then. All right, Crypto Blood. Is this a BlackRock conspiracy?
No, it's not. It's a powers at B conspiracy. So they're not allowing this spot ETF because I said this actually earlier on the show, bro. They're not allowing this because if you have a spot ETF, those companies issuing the spot ETF have to hold 1-to-1 those Bitcoins. So I think they're not done accumulating Bitcoin yet. That's why they keep punting off those spot ETFs. Once they accumulate enough, then they'll allow the floodgates to come open. And that opens up with an ETF. That opens up pension funds, retirement funds, all sorts of trillions of dollars. Okay, trillions and trillions upon trillions of dollars will flood in, and that will push the price of Bitcoin up extremely high. So again, they're not allowing it. They'll allow a 2x leverage like they did a couple months ago, as you know, DZ. They won't allow a spot though, which is less risk. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah. No, that actually makes a lot of sense. So we got some different conspiracies here, maybe BlackRock, but I think I like the accumulation narrative. They got to accumulate as much as they can because we saw just that little bit of BlackRock filing news. I can only imagine what approval. Looking at some of the names, Samantha Bankman Fried. All right, that's a good one. Tootie Tree. All right. Then one of my favorite, first name Ben, last name Dover. I don't get that one, so that one seems pretty good too. All right, some good names, good names out there. One more around the blockchain with this SEC ETF. Let's assume they got we're years in the future. We have a Bitcoin ETF. We have an Ethereum ETF. Miggy, what is the next coin?
Oh man, with the way things are looking and with the consistency that I've seen, I could honestly maybe Cardano could be in the mix.
Cardano, all right.
There seems to be a lot of good things that they're working on. So,
all right, potentially decentralized enough as well. Marta, one coin after those two. What's the third coin to get an ETF?
I'm a Ripple girl at heart. XRP.
Right. XRP. I think that's a pretty good shot. I mean, they've advanced their SEC battle a lot further than most coins. Crypto Blood. We have Cardano. We have XRP. What do you think the third ETF will be?
Litecoin's the right coin, baby. Let's go.
All right. I think I like all three of those choices. Chat coming in. XLM as well. Ada Gang. Energy Leaf. Yeah, I don't get that name either. Oh, wait. Is that what it meant? Okay. All right. Sam Bunkbed Peed. All right. That's a good one too. All right. Moving on. All right. We got to talk about Visa, folks. There's some big news with Visa. Actually, keep giving me your SBF jailhouse names. I'm liking this. XRP, also people liking XRP. All right, well, let's talk about Visa. Visa is partnering with Ethereum? ? Well, it looks like they're working on the back end. They're working with the ERC 4337 improvement on Ethereum. What is ERC 4337? This enables you to pay gas fees and things besides Ethereum. Imagine paying a gas fee in USDT, USDC. Imagine paying gas fees with your Visa credit card, folks, because that's where it looks like it's heading here. This test was conducted on the ETH Gwirly testnet. It's where basically all the main tests go. The main goal, simplify the user experience. It appears that, might be paid directly by Visa on the gas end when it comes to some of these gas fees. We still don't know exactly what it's going to look like once they roll this product out. But this is pretty huge news, folks. We got Visa, Ethereum tested on the testnet, trying to figure out a way to do, gasless transfers, essentially, or not gasless, but without ETH. Miggy, what are your thoughts about using your Visa credit card to pay a gas fee? Is this going to be good for NFTs? Is this good for gas fees in general? Are people going to be more likely to pay a $200 gas fee?
I mean, as we all know, we don't like high gas fees, but I think for the convenience factor, we've seen that NFTs that have been able to be paid for by credit card have, increased user adoption. I think it's something familiar, especially if they find a way to incorporate it into the payment system where you don't pay it separately, where you just kind of go unnoticed. I think it won't matter to people if they're kind of high or not. Just the user ability to make it easy on them, I think it'll be a plus. At least it's a step in the right direction until we get something better.
Yes, it is looking good. One more name, Salami Sam. Okay, that's a pretty good one. All right, Marta, I'm thinking, it kind of reminds me, I see this story and it makes me think of my cell phone bill, right? It's a $99 plan, but then you get your bill, it's much, much higher than that. Do you think Visa is going to be skimming off the top of all these gas fees? Do they see this as a lucrative revenue generating, product, I guess?
Well, that's the question here, right? Where are the fees for Visa coming in here? Gas itself as well. Let's not forget what happens to Ethereum when it gets congested. And like you're saying, those hidden fees, your bill, you're signing up for a plan, but then how do you know, how are they going to balance it in terms of, is there going to be a cap, and what percent is Visa going to take? So it's an interesting one. It's really sounds like it is going to be very easy to use, and that's where they're aiming with this. But at the end of the day, there's definitely going to be a lot of small print there to read and find out exactly what we're paying when we're using their service.
Yeah, I didn't even think about bundling it for a whole month. Pay the gas fee with Visa. You're like $100 gas fee, $70 gas fee, $50 gas fee. Maybe they hide it a little bit, and then all of a sudden at the end of the month, you're like, honey, I spent $1,300 on ETH gas on JPEG pictures of cartoon animals. Is that okay? All right. Last question on this topic here. Hold on. Let's see. Sam Saltmount. Oh God, why did I read that?
I know they're going crazy.
Oh man,
they're going crazy.
Man.
They're not even using an acronym anymore. It's just all over the place now.
Hot salmon cheese. All right, Crypto Blood. Who should be more worried with this Visa Ethereum partnership? Is it MasterCard or is it MetaMask?
Or is it layer 2 scalability projects, right? It's
Optimism, Arbitrum. Okay.
Yeah, that's to me where the need for those may kind of go away, bro. I like that. This is huge news, actually, in my opinion. This will open the floodgates for normal individuals to interact with the Ethereum blockchain. This lowers the barrier to entry. This makes it less convoluted for those individuals. You no longer have to worry about keeping enough ETH in that wallet. You can always pay with a debit card or Visa card. I think this is great. And I'm just wondering, why the hell haven't blockchain programmers done this? Why is it coming from Visa? Now, I know this has been around for a while, but to see the implementation the way that Visa wants to do it is great. And I think this is big news for Ethereum. Let's just hope they can handle the throughput, all the bandwidth, all that additional activity on the blockchain from this.
Yeah, you brought up a good point. Why aren't we seeing this more? I dug into it. They were actually working on this months before the protocol was released, potentially even before it was announced. So that makes me think Visa, Ethereum Foundation working very, very closely, especially with the core developers with these ERC protocols, EIPs. So pretty big news. Yeah, the fact that Visa kind of had a heads up months before release, they're working closely together. I'm with you, Blood. This is huge news. I think we're going to see a lot more of this story in the future. All right, well, guys, hold on. There was one more that was just crazy funny. You guys are going to Sam Booty is free, man. That's a freaking good one, guys. That is actually
That was me.
All right. Good job. Yeah, cryptic. All right. Good job. All right. You know what? 2 points. 2 points right there. All right. All right. Let's go back in the past, folks. We're getting off the rails, but let's get back on the rails of the DeLorean and let's see if this sucker can go 88 miles per hour. Let's go back 3 years, folks. August 11th, 2020. A little guy named Michael Saylor made his first move into Bitcoin, or at least MicroStrategy did. That is when MicroStrategy first acquired 20,000 Bitcoin, spent about $250,000 at the time. So $21,454, $250 million. This happened 3 years ago today. It was a $1.2 billion firm. I remember this. Then we saw the big screen with all the CEOs. And then, a few months after that, September, October, November, December, then we have Tesla. They started buying, but they actually started buying before that because that was just with their quarterly report. But so huge news 3 years ago. But guess what? The guy's still buying. He kept buying. It went up. He kept buying. Went down. He kept buying. Went down to the bottom. He didn't buy any then. But then it went up and he bought some more, folks. Looking at their total numbers, started with the 21,000. Now they have 152,800
from the bottom. Now we here.
Bitcoin. Started from the bottom. Now he's Bitcoin Giga Chad, I guess. They'll likely own more Bitcoin in the coming months. They're about to do a $750 million share sale. So they're going to sell some of their shares. Remember, the first buy was $250 million. Now they're about to sell 3 times that in shares. I don't know what they'll put towards Bitcoin, but let's assume, hey, could be equal, maybe even double there. He did point out the share price is up 254% since he started his Bitcoin experiment. Or you're like, oh, well, that was, everything's up, right? He's up 250%. Well, the NASDAQ's only up 31%. And even the big heavyweights, Google, Apple, Microsoft, they're only up around 60 to 70%. So he's up 250. Looks like he made the right call. But Miggy,
I don't know about all that.
Good point, Crypto Blood. I'm going to go to you first. If he would have bought ETH, he'd be up more. I mean, what are your thoughts of this thesis? He's just putting all his money in Bitcoin. It goes up, he don't care. It goes down, he don't care. It's granite in Manhattan. What are your thoughts of this strategy?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's cool buying it, but where I have a problem is when you buy it on debt. So we'll see when his debt matures and turns over at these higher interest rates, what that looks like. It's a smart play right now because he bought with debt that was nearly at zero. So he's
In retrospect, the debt, good time.
Yeah, that was good timing. However, let me just say this. He's up 250% because he was down like 80% in MicroStrategies, that is, the actual stock. So you got to put it all in perspective. Now, I got a real good take for you on this, where I think he might be in trouble, MicroStrategy, the stock. Right now, Wall Street uses MicroStrategy as a proxy to buy Bitcoin. What happens, DZ, when the first Bitcoin spot ETF gets approved? People are going to leave MicroStrategy and straight buy an ETF now. So I think this is going to be crazy. You're hearing it first. When the first Bitcoin ETF, spot ETF is approved, you're going to see MicroStrategy tank. Just my take. I'm just saying.
That is a great take. And that might also apply to Marathon Digital Holdings, and it might also apply to Riot Blockchain. We have KO Kev, Sam BBC. It's actually kind of good. Fits with his name. All right. You guys are knocking it out of the park. 25 points for Chad. I'll go ahead and say that. All right. Well, Marta, I kind of want to talk about this moment. I remember when it happened, very, very bullish. I remember that, this weird mahogany desk. It smelled rich of mahogany. He's got a little background. He's telling all the Fortune 500 CEOs, you need to buy it. Your dollar is going to be worthless here. I remember, and then Tesla, I'm like, oh my God, it is happening. It is happening. Calm down. I felt like Michael Scott. But then no other dominoes really fell. Why did we not get the domino effect we were all hoping for?
What you are referring to is Michael buying, is it?
Yeah. More CEOs putting their company's money in Bitcoin because he was the first one, and then Tesla did it. And I'm like, oh my God, Apple's next. Then Microsoft, Google, they're all going to do it. No one did. Why?
I think it was very very risky at the time. I don't think, 3 years ago, I suppose everyone already heard about Bitcoin, but in the eyes of, it's not like it's meant to be a company that is very serious. It's a lot of money here as well. And I think out of fear, I suppose, losing legitimacy and losing in the eyes of other businesses. So, where am I at? I mean, it was a very, very bold and very risky move on his end. And I feel like, maybe other CEOs right now are feeling, the repercussions of it and thinking I should have done what he's done. But at the time, I don't think anyone had the balls that Michael did.
Yeah. And then, even Elon, they had so much money, they could have burned, 10% of it and they would have been fine. So actually end up putting a small amount of money in it. All right. Well, Miggy Crypto, the man just can't seem to stop buying Bitcoin. He's obsessed with it. He loves it. Is there a point where you think he'll stop DCAing into Bitcoin price-wise? And if you were CEO, he's actually no longer CEO, he's chairman of the board. But if you were in control of their treasury, is there a price point you would stop DCAing? What is that price?
Honestly, depending on, what their long-term goals are for this, I don't see them stopping at any point, because for those who really understand, what Bitcoin is and its potential, accumulation is the name of the game. There's only so much. It's a very finite item. And, whether DCA makes sense or not, I think getting it and having it is the bigger picture. For me, there is no price point. I'm going to keep buying until there's none left to buy, or at least until the point is where everybody's using it. But we'll see what they do. I mean, as CEO, I think he's, making a decent move in the right direction. It gives people a little bit of confidence. And I think reason why other companies don't follow suit is because they want to see him fail. So I don't think they have a price point. I think at some point they're going to hold and they're going to buy until it becomes something that is more of an asset that's used, more involved in payment systems. And, other companies are going to be forced to use it, and he'll be there, I guess, hopefully standing on top, but we'll see.
All right. Well, guys, today was one of the best episodes we've had in a long time. We're going to end with one from Ryan Anderson, the Pleasin' Vegan. That's a good one, folks. That is a good one. Also, R.A. Daniel, BBC ain't British Broadcasting Channel, Sammy boy. All right. Well, guys, keep them up. Keep them coming. If you're watching recording, make sure you pull up the live chat, guys. There's some really good stuff. Leave your favorite one in the comments below. Just give everyone a good laugh. Let's spread some cheer. At the same time, we're trying to spread positivity about crypto. And we don't want to celebrate someone's demise, but, when they've scammed people out of potentially $10 billion, maybe you throw some rules out of the window there. But it looks like Crypto Blood took it home. It was a great episode. Crypto Blood, feel free. Leave us with your parting thoughts. Great job, man.
Shout out to Flipper Frank for Sam bending forward. That's my favorite one for today. But ladies and gents, thanks for having us on. Make sure you go follow Miggy. Make sure you go follow Marta. Of course, follow me. Sign up for Bloodalytics. I'm doing a 1 month free. So go check it out, bloodalytics.com. That's it, man. Thanks, DZ, for having me.
All right. And it looks like this is breaking. He might be going to Putnam County Jail. It's the same jail they stabbed the Olympics doctor. So, let's be careful. If he's in gin pop, you better put some magazines under his shirt. All right, that's all we got. Till next time, make sure you hit that like button on the way out. Have a great weekend, folks.